Chelsea make last-minute swap proposal as Todd Boehly finally releases £105 million for Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea and Monaco had reached a full agreement for Badiashile, and deal is set to be announced officially in few hours. Welcome once again, fellow Blues and all football fans. Kindly subscribe if you're new here. So the latest reaching us from the Blues camp is that Enzo Fernandez has officially signed for Chelsea. Chelsea target Enzo Fernandez has been put under pressure by his family as reported to make the £105 million move to Stamford Bridge. The 21-year-old has already said yes to a move to Blues, with comments from those at home perhaps part of his motivation to push for a transfer to the Premier League. After everything is complete and announced as a Blue, Fernandez will be the most expensive player in the Premier League history and the joint fifth most expensive transfer in history behind Neymar, Kylian Mbappe, Philippe Coutinho and Joao Felix. The Blues have struggled in midfield so far this season, and Graham Potter is determined to address the issue in the January transfer window. The situation is made more pressing with Jorginho and N'Golo Kante out of contract at the end of the season, with Fernandez a potential replacement for the duo who can continue to be an exciting option for the next decade. Chelsea is the club which is seriously considering to sign Enzo Fernandez, giving Chelsea the easiest way to make the record signing this January. There are conversations ongoing. What does it mean at the moment? Still nothing triggered the release clause. Because to trigger the release clause, including all taxes, would mean way more than €120 million. What Chelsea want to do in this circumstance is to conversate with Benfica to speak about the situation and to structure different kind of payment terms for Enzo Fernandez. So to make an important bid, a huge bid, but to have Benfica open to discuss payment terms. Speaking to Fabrizio Romano, Enzo Fernandez would love a move to the Premier League. He's pushing to make it happen, and Chelsea are considering a move with discussions are ongoing. Chelsea want to offer a huge fee instead of paying release clause in one solution. Benfica always asked full €120 million clause. It was a surprise today when Enzo said yes to Chelsea over Manchester United and Liverpool, which have been also heavily linked with the player. If accurate, it would be the second time in recent months that Chelsea have agreed to pay more than a player's release clause to secure a signing. Fernandez, meanwhile, has moved to cool the speculation surrounding his future, insisting his only focus is to move and play Premier League football. As yesterday, Potter accepted that James' replacement is needed at all costs and there is no time to think about it, but this January making Chelsea the busiest club this season. Graham Potter has admitted Chelsea need to try and figure out what it is that is causing the injury problems around the squad so far this season. The Blues reportedly agreed to pay €38 million, including add-ons for the 21-year-old. Badiashile himself is also said to have agreed personal terms with Chelsea and is expected to sign a long-term 6.5-year deal until June 2029. Reports claim that Badiashile is in London for a medical. If nothing goes wrong, the centre-back will be Chelsea's second January signing after young striker David Fofana, who joined from Norwegian side Molde. This would also be Chelsea's third centre-back signing, having already brought in Wesley Fofana and Kalidou Koulibaly in the summer. Fofana's injury absence, which has been longer than initially hoped, likely plays a big part in the club's decision to invest in another defender. Koulibaly's inconsistent form might have been a factor as well. Despite his experience, the Senegal international seems to need more time to adapt to the Premier League. However, even if Chelsea were to have all their central back options available, Badiashile would still have plenty to offer. First of all, he's a left-footed centre-back, which Chelsea do not really have in their current squad, except for when Marc Cucurella plays in a back three system. At his age, Badiashile could also be a solution when Chelsea inevitably need to replace either Koulibaly or Thiago Silva in the future. A deal for Badiashile is believed to be close, but even if he signs on the dotted line, it is difficult to see the Frenchman heading straight into the team with little time to bed in. While Kalidou Koulibaly and Thiago Silva may have made up an aging defensive partnership against Nottingham Forest that lacked pace, they were not particularly to blame for the points being shared. Graham Potter still has the ability to call upon Trevor, who has been in training with the Blues since the very start of Chelsea's training return during the World Cup, and may find himself in contention after a difficult evening for Koulibaly. With that in mind, there will also be a decision made over what number Badiashile eventually wears on his Chelsea kit. The summer exodus of defenders has opened up room for some of the lower numbers to be taken over, with Antonio Rudiger's number 2 available. Kalidou Koulibaly took over from John Terry with the famous shirt number 26. When it comes to Badiashile's own history, he has been wearing number 5 in France for 2.5 seasons already. He previously wore number 32 and at times number 4 and number 15. 32 was taken late in the window by Marc Cucurella, whilst 15 is currently vacant. The number 4 shirt hasn't been worn since Andreas Christensen left in the summer. For France, Badiashile has worn number 18, but that is currently occupied by Armando Broja. So we might see him wearing shirt number 4 for the meantime. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell to keep updated on all the latest Chelsea news.